Hi guys, it's Trev, body mechanic from Absolute Fitness. Well, we're on mesocycle 2 now. Alright, so week number 5 of the workout, the program. Okay, so I'm going to throw up the overview, and what you'll see is that it's now showing mesocycle 2, 3 and 4. So 4's come on there, but 1's disappeared. Alright, so that's coming up now. And then again, I'll show you the step loading so you can see how it's working. That's coming up now. Great, so you've seen the overview, how we're heading, how we're progressing. So we're back on our maintenance week, this one. So this is the same as week 3. However, the floor work, the gym work we're going to do at the end is going to change, all right? So remember, you're doing this workout 3 times, or minimum of 2, but preferably 3 with a day's recovery in between. So without further ado, let's get warming up, shall we? Just set me watch away because it gives me my time then. Okay, so let's start warming up for a couple of minutes. Let's get that heart rate up to 65. So this time again, we're going to be working for 4 minutes on. So getting up to 80% intensity for 4 minutes, and then you're going to have 4 minutes recovery. All right, and we're going to do 5 laps of that, so that's a total of 40 minutes on the workout side of it. Okay, if you noticed on the overview further down, I think it's week number 7, we're actually going to progress or change the ratio, I think it is. Oh no, we're not. We're going to go up to 85%. Well, that might be next week actually, because I'm working off the top of my head here from what's on the overview. It might be 85 next week, and then changing the ratio. So you have to have a little look and see what it is basically. But it is building us on that path to fitness. It's building us burning calories. So it's helping to build us to get slimmer, leaner, fitter, so we can do everyday life activities. So heart rate's rising okay. Keep working it. We've only been going just over a minute. So this is your warm up, and like I said, it doesn't matter whether, because I'm doing it on my spin bike, makes no difference. You can do it running, you can do it on the treadmill, outdoor running, you could be outdoor cycling, you know, a rower, elliptical trainer, stair climber. It don't matter what you do it on. Running on a trampette you could even do. Alright, it'll still work for you. Okay, so that's my heart rate rising nicely. Going to just keep warming up. We're going to do a 3-minute warm up. Remember, at the very end, guys, there's no cool down. Well, we cool down as part of what we're doing, but there's no cool down stretches. Okay, so you need to jump to one of my stretch videos if you don't know what to do by now. If you want to try and prevent injuries and things like that, go into my rehab playlist. Get on my rehab ones, because they're all designed to help prevent issues, back problems and things like that. But so's my floor work that we're going to do afterwards. So that's it, I'm climbing nicely now. We're getting ready to start shortly, so hopefully you're getting up to that 65% maximum heart rate. Remember, if you haven't got a heart rate monitor on, you're working to rate of perceived exertion. So 80% will be 8 out of 10. And then you're going to adjust any resistance, the speed that you're going at, anything like that, to maintain that 8 out of 10. Okay, so I'm actually up there now. Oh, forgot to bring my drinks bottle with me. Okay, so from there, guys, we're going to make a start. Okay guys, let's crank it up and let's get into it. Come on. Start the clock away, so you've got 4 minutes on now. 4 minutes, up at 80%, come on. Do what you're gonna do, increase that. If you're running, run quicker. If you're power walking, proper power walk. If you're on a treadmill, up the incline if you want to, and keep going at the same pace. Let's get that heart rate up. Keep it going, come on. Get it up to that 80%. Climbing. I'm up there. I'm going to ease it back a bit. So I'm just trying to maintain 80% now. Keep working, come on. Keep on that 80%. Two and a half minutes to go at 8%. It's good. Just slightly above at the minute. 2 minutes to go, guys. I know this will keep me there, keep me around it. I've been working at 80% for the last 4 weeks. Prior, I know what resistance I need on now. Keep it at that 80, come on. If you start dropping below it, pick the intensity up a little bit. We've less than a minute and a half now. Keep it working. Good. This is good. Keep working it, come on. Give a minute to go. Keep it at 80%. Keep that going, guys. Keep focused. You want to be leaner. You want to be fitter. You want to be able to do daily activities a lot easier. 30 seconds. That could be just running around playing with kids, that. 20 seconds. Keep it working. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Ease it back. We're going to get to 70%. That's what we're looking for, 70%. So, in any training program, it's important that you get adequate amount of sleep, because that's the main time your body recuperates. So, make Larry come down a little bit more. Not quite at 70 yet. So you really need to think about trying to get that 8 hours in. So the last hour before you go to bed, put your mobile phones away, put computers away, put everything like that away. Sit back, relax, watch a bit of TV. Yeah, but not from your phone or out like that, right up into your face. Okay. You need to sit back and relax a bit. Let your body naturally start the process of you preparing you to go to sleep. And you'll have a much better night's sleep. Try and avoid taking chocolate on. Anything that has a high glycemic index rating. 2 minutes to go, guys. If you don't know what I mean by high glycemic index rating, go to my video on how to calculate how many carbohydrates you need in your workouts, because I talk a bit about glycemic index there and that. If it's high glycemic index, it means you get a fast sugar response, and that's only going to wake you up. Problem with fast sugar responses, perfectly, I'm at 70. Problem with fast sugar responses, you generally get a crash afterwards. So for me, one of my stable breakfast that I like to have, I have chopped dates, chopped figs, chopped banana, and then some porridge, all on top of it. Mix it all together. Dates are a fast sugar release. Figs are to a good degree. 1 minute to go. Banana, slow release. Porridge, slow release. So I'll get nice energy initially, but then a nice supply of energy from it. So it's a great breakfast to have. Okay, but it's like any program. If you want to lose weight, you've got to burn off more calories than you're putting in. If I put the same amount of calories in as what I'm ultimately burning, when I say burn, I don't just mean exercise, because your body's naturally burning. Exercise is the bit that takes that bit extra for us. So you have your calories that you need to sustain yourself. If you're consuming that and then you exercise, you lose weight. You know, I think I mentioned it on the last video about if you lose weight fast, what the consequences of that are. Alright, we've got 5 seconds, then we're going again. 3, 2, 1, here we go, crank it up, come on. Get it up there. 80% again. Come on, work it. Get up to 80%, 8 out of 10. And that's rate of perceived exertion. If you're on a rower, start pulling harder on that row. I don't mean going backwards and forwards faster. I mean the strength of your pull. How many meters you cover every 500. That's the strength of your pull. If you're like me on the bike, and I'm getting there now, I'm up there, ease it back. If you're like me on the bike, I up the resistance and I up my cadence, how fast my pedals are going around. I'm a bit above 80. It's 1 minute gone though. Maintain that 80 now. Let's keep it working, come on. This is where we're challenging the body. Two and a half minutes to go. So you should be able to settle in at a rip pace now. Pace that should keep you around 80%. You know, this is week 5. So if you've only been doing it twice a week, you've done 8 workouts already. If you've been doing it 3 times a week, you've done 12 workouts already. So you should have an idea now what it takes to keep you at 80%. Minute and a half to go. That's it. Keep it going. Minute and 20 to go. I'm hoping this is not cutting the top of my head off, because I've got the camera a little bit closer to me today. If you happen to be doing this workout and you're enjoying it, hit the like button, give me a thumbs up. If you want to make a comment about it, give me a comment. Let me know you're enjoying it, let me know you're training with me. Be good to hear back, get a little bit of feedback from people. So I'm in two minds what to do after 24 weeks. Do I continue this workout, taking it another 12 weeks to 36, or shall I start a weights related, so hypertrophy based, building muscle program and design, and then you can work with me. So when I'm working, you're on your recovery. When you're working, that's it, bring it down, back down at 70. When you're working, doing your sets, I'm on my recovery. So in essence, you're working with me, but virtually. But again, your programs will be perfectly tailored. I will manipulate that FITT principle. I'll employ different training methods, so it'll get you away from just doing the same old stuff. So whether you know what you're doing in the gym or not, you've got me with you. So that's something I'm planning on doing anyway, but I haven't decided whether I'm going to do that straight after this 24 weeks finishes, or run this for another 12 weeks, taking it that bit further. I could be inclined to do that and then start my other one after around Christmas time. People like to do New Year's resolutions, attend the gym, but again, this is where they stop going because they don't know what they're doing. But now you will, because you'll have me with you. So you can just listen to me, you can observe me doing my sets, so you can clearly see how I do it, because I'll coach how I do it. And then you get down and do your set. What could work well, because there'll be certain training methods I can't do because I'm on my own. But what could work well is if you get a partner to train with you, and one of you jumps down when I jump down, and the other one jumps down when you're on recovery. Remember, you're getting to 70%, holding it. That's it. Let's keep going. So that's what's planned for the future. It may interest you, it may not. I've got on my YouTube channel at the moment a weights orientated workout. It's 3 programs in, and I try to do it like keeping it high intensity though. So it's not a minute and a half to go, guys. It's not really, well, it is building muscle, and we are working in hypertrophy rep ranges, but I've not really manipulated any training methods. All I've done is change the exercises to hit the muscles in different ways. So it's a good assist workout for a cardio workout. So you do like cardio workout on a Monday, that on a Tuesday, have Wednesday off. Cardio workout on the Thursday, my weights workout again on the Friday, so you've done it twice that week. You know, and then you can just mess around with the weight itself. Yeah, I'm still up at 75% here. It's because I'm talking at the same time. Alright, so that's on there if you wanted to have a go at that now. You could do this as part of it, just doing it twice a week, and that twice a week as well. Okay, But the idea of Wednesday is to make sure you have a good rest from it all to recuperate ready for the Thursday. And then you've got Saturday, Sunday to have a rest to recuperate ready for the Monday again. 15 seconds to go, guys. Then we're going to go again. So I'm going to grab a quick slurp. If you haven't noticed, I've got my drinks bottle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's crank it up. Let's get it back up there. Get it back up to 80. This is lap number 3. We're only doing 5 in total. Come on. But you're working for 4 minutes now. 4 minutes at 80 instead of 3 minutes. Come on, get it up there. Keep working it, come on. Whew. I'm getting there. I'm up there already. Easy back. Maintenance. Might have took you a bit longer to get there, I don't know. Once you get that 8 out of 10 though, you do adjust it how you need to. And you're just trying to maintain it. Whew. To be fair, I went a bit beyond. I actually went up to 88% then. Two and a half minutes to go, guys. Come on. Keep me at 8% now. Good. I'm dropping back down to 80. Two minutes, 80%. Keep it there for me. Don't let it drop below. If you start feeling it's getting a bit easier, or your heart rate monitor is saying you're dropping below, up it up a little bit. You know, you could cheat as much as you want here, but you won't get the benefits. If you're working with me, you could have been working to a higher intensity if you wanted, if you're quite fit. You don't have to stick to the 80%, but for those that weren't so fit, building up, that's what we're trying to do. Build you up, so work to my parameters I'm setting you. Keep to that 80%. 81, 82 is fine. 79. If you're dropping back down, it's okay. 1 minute to go. But don't let it drop any lower. Keep it at 80 for me. Trying to tax that body a little bit more than it's accustomed to. If we do that, we stimulate GAS-Generalised Adaptive Syndrome. We're overloading the system, create the body to go into an alarm phase, and then it slowly develops. As long as we keep subjecting it to that overload. Training tends to plateau back out again when that overload has become the norm. With my program, 10 seconds guys, that ain't going to happen. My program is building you, building you, building you. Here we go, and he's back to 70. Yeah, my program is doing its job. It's keeping you overloaded, just enough to stimulate those adaptations. Building that body, making lung efficiency better. Yeah, making your stroke volume better. making you fitter so you have a lower resting heart rate. Now building more capillaries around the alveoli in your lungs so you get greater oxygen exchange. So oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. The fitter you become, the less lactic acid you build up. As your body becomes accustomed to, well, those developments allow you to get more oxygen in, so you're not depriving it of oxygen. 2 minutes 50 left, guys. I'm pitch perfect again on this one. So you should have a good idea what it's taking you to maintain 70%. So 2.5 minutes left. I'm going to take a quick drink. It's a bit more trickier for you if you're on a rower, because you're going to have to stop to take a drink. Unless you're a clever person and you put a bladder pack on your back and have your own pipe here, so you can quickly do it. 2 minutes left, guys, on this off bit. 2 laps to go. So as I was saying earlier, make sure you get ample sleep. Without that ample sleep, your body will struggle to create the necessary adaptations it needs. That's its recuperation time, that's its building time. So in essence, if you're not getting enough sleep, you actually start overtraining, and what that then does, it has a negative effect. So instead of building, it breaks down. Alright, so it starts breaking tissue down. So what we need to do is ensure we get adequate sleep, adequate nutrition, so the right amount of protein, the right amount of carbohydrates, the right amount of fat in our diet. Alright, if we get them in, great. But again, I come back to your meals. It's all well taking, if I took all that in one sitting, because I only ate 1 meal a day, I won't lose weight. I guarantee you that. Because the excess calories that can't be utilised, then your body's a phenomenal tool. It'll convert it to fat, you know, or a form of fat, and it'll store it. And instead of your carbs and your proteins costing you 4 calories per gram, it costs you 9 calories. So you have to work more than twice as hard to get rid of that fat. But you can't do that, because if you're working at high intensity, you're not burning much fat. So spread your meals out. Spread them out throughout the day. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Crank it up, guys. Crank it up. This is lap number 4. Let's get it up there. 80%. Keep working it. Come on. Keep it going. Get me up to that 80% mark. Then we're going to maintain it. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm getting there. I'm there again. So I've just adjusted off, lowered the intensity a bit. It's 1 minute gone, 3 to go. Keep us at that 80. Actually took myself beyond again, as I keep doing. Being honest, 80 for me is not my normal working intensity. if you're into studio cycling and you've gone on my Tour de France series, I'm there normally 90, 95, progressing up to 100, slightly above. 2 minutes. So I push my body quite hard, which is not bad for a 50-year-old. That's it. I'm pretty much now around 80. And just for the record, sweating is not an indicator of how hard you're working. Minute and a half left. Sweating can be a result from how much fat levels you've got on you, because obviously fat insulates you more. So any little bit of exercise can cause core temperature to rise, in which case you'll sweat to try and cool you down. 1 minute go. I'm still up there at 84%. However, water is a byproduct of exercising. It's a byproduct of breaking energy down to be utilised in the body. So carbs, fats, protein, they don't actually, it's not them you actually utilise. They are part of the molecular structure utilised to create energy. Ten seconds, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Easy back. Back to 70% for me. I'm going to get a quick drink. Because hydration is really important. If you think you're burning energy all the time, even sat watching telly you're burning energy, because your heart's functioning, your lungs are functioning, the smooth muscle in your veins, or arteries I should say, is functioning, other organs in your body are all functioning. Okay, so they all use energy. So that energy comes from what we call ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So there's one adenosine molecule and 3 phosphate molecules. And in the process of breaking energy, there's a high compound bond that bonds the phosphate molecules to the adenosine. And it's the breaking of that bond. It's a bit like an explosion. Gives you the energy to cause your actin and myosin, which are the contractile proteins, the microscopic contractile proteins that you find in your muscle fibers. So when I get bigger and stronger, I develop more actin and myosin in my muscle fibers. I don't get more muscle fibers. You've got what you've got. It's as simple as that. Yeah, so when I break that phosphate off to release the energy, in the process of that, one, warmth, that's how we keep warm, and when you're cold, your body shivers, because that's what it's doing. It's breaking energy, causing your muscles to shake, breaks energy to allow heat, because heat's a byproduct from breaking of energy. You also give out a bit of water, alright, from it, and that tends to be what will sweat out and things like that. However, it's not always the case, because if your core temperature is hot, your body will use its passive water content to get water to the surface, because that helps cool you. But in the process of reproducing that energy, it needs to bind a phosphate, which is freely available, floating all over your body. back with the other 2 phosphates, what we call adenosine diphosphate, meaning 2. So it needs to bond the back 3 phosphates again with the adenosine. So to do that, it needs some more water, so it takes your passive water content. Okay, and it needs an energy source of some form, be that carbs, fats or protein. So it takes that to bind it together to make adenosine triphosphate again. Now your body can only store so much ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Alright, and it just keeps using either fat, carbs, not so much in this country really, protein, yeah, we don't generally use protein to make it ATP. If I lived in on the Ethiopian famines, for instance, all right, where you can see they're just skin and bone, it's because their bodies had no carbs or fats coming in, so it's had to get protein from somewhere to make this energy, just to keep them functioning. So it actually eats itself away. We don't get happening in this country because we generally get enough food, even if it's crap food you're eating. Right, we're going again, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. 80, come on, last time. Get it up there. Come on, work it for me. Get it up to 80 again. I'm getting there again. I'm there already. Whew. Again, I've gone just beyond. Three minutes to go, guys. Get to your 80 and adjust. And then try and keep it at 80. Two and a half minutes to go. Keep me at 80. Oh, I took myself quite a way beyond then. Hence I'm blowing like the clappers. 2 minutes. I'm down to 80 now though. So keep that going for me. Maintain that 80, 80%. Keep adjusting. So if you're running, you might need to just lengthen your stride a little bit. If you're on a rower, increase your rate of pull. Preferably, I'd say increase the strength of pull rather than the rate you go backwards and forwards. I'd try and keep that at a constant, somewhere between 26 and 30, and concentrate on that strength of pull. Obviously, if you're on an elliptical cross trainer, 1 minute ago, guys, then obviously I just put a bit of resistance on there, a bit more resistance. As I'm now talking again to you, my heart rate's just gone back up. I'm back up to 86, I was at 81. 40 seconds to go, come on. This is your last on of today's workout. 30 seconds left. 20 seconds to go. Keep me at that 80. Ten seconds. No pain, no gain, remember. Get nothing for nothing in this world. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. You're aiming for 70 now, guys. 70%. This is your last off phase. Then we'll start the cool down. Before we go to the floor. So another good tip to help you burn more calories, instead of taking the car, if it's feasible to walk, walk. Just increases the amount of calories it takes for you. Just doing 10 burpees in the day, your heart rate will go up, so you'll be burning more carbs there though, with very little fat. Initially kicks off with your phosphocreatine system, because that's instant energy, till carbs has caught up a bit, or your intensity level will actually drop a little bit. Because anything above 95% really, you shift into the phosphocreatine energy system, and that's got a short supply. Hence, if I said to you, I want you to run as far as you can, and flat out, how far would you actually get before you start to slow down? Yeah, and that's because you've used up all your phosphocreatine stores in your body. Phosphocreatine stores are for explosive activities, instant, ready energy. Body does nothing to it, it can just utilize it in that ATP, adenosine triphosphate conversion, or I should say ADP, adenosine diphosphate conversion back to ATP. Yeah, it can just utilize it, it doesn't have to do anything from it. Where carbs, stored as glycogen in the body, can't be used, so it has to be converted to liquid glucose. In the process of converting it to liquid glucose, it gives off a molecule of energy, and it gives off 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. If intensity levels low enough, pyruvic acid will enter the Krebs cycle, where it'll go around the merry-go-round, being converted to different substances, and it'll yield approximately 38 units of energy. If intensity level's too high, and we're at 80%, so we're not quite at the anaerobic threshold, however it is individual to every person. Some of you might have been, I don't know. I can't physically tell you whether you were at the anaerobic threshold or not. We'd have to do a laboratory test for that. But if intensity level's high enough, some of that pyruvic acid will be converted to lactic acid, and some will still be utilised, going in the Krebs cycle to make ATP in the presence of oxygen. Alright, but if intensity level's too high, it can't, because oxygen's being diverted elsewhere. So it's got no choice but to convert that pyruvic acid to lactic acid, and that impedes nerve impulses to muscles. And that's why 1, you'll slow down, 2, you'll fatigue, and 3, you'll get cramp. Okay? Lactic acid changes the pH level within the muscles, and your body doesn't like to function when it's out of its pH balance. So it needs the right amount of salt in there, the right amount of water in there, right amount of potassium in there, yeah, to keep everything level. So hopefully you're still at 70%. We're coming to the end now. 2, 1, great stuff. So we're going to start cooling down now. Alright, so I've just took my resistance off, and it's nice and steady away. If you were running, take it to a fast walk. Alright, if you are on the rower, slow that pace down. Don't pull so hard, but keep the stroke rate going. Okay, the reason we're cooling down like this is because we're helping the blood flow back to the heart. Gravity is acting on us. Gravity is pushing down on our blood, okay? And in our veins we have valves that stop blood flowing back down. So when our heart beats and contracts, it pushes blood in, which pushes blood up. So it's like a push-pull system, yeah? But when your heart's working hard, you can't push it as quick. And this is where you can get a lag of blood. You can end up going lightheaded, dizzy, passing out. Alright, because blood return's not coming back. And if blood goes out of balance, yeah, it can't push it up to the head. So that's how you go lightheaded. So you need to cool down nice and steady, nice and gradually. Let the heart rate come back down. We're trying to get back down to 65%. That's a nice safe level. Okay? And while I'm doing this, the muscles in my lower body are squeezing because they're having to work to push these pedals around. If you're walking, they're having to work to make you move. Yeah, if you're on a rower, whatever, they're having to work. And that means they squeeze the blood, the veins, and assist blood flow back to the heart. If you've got a heart condition and you suddenly stop, there is a strong chance because you could end up with having a heart attack. I've seen loads of people like doing the bleep test, which is a maximal fitness test. You go into your maximum, all right? And they suddenly stop at the end because they're blowing out their ass that much, they come to a complete stop. And that is absolute madness. It is so dangerous. Right. I'm pretty much coming down to that mark now. So cool down is massively important in your workout. Okay, get that heart rate back down for those exact reasons, because of our lifestyles and the foods we're eating, especially if you eat a lot of processed food, you get a lot of trans fats in there clogging that arteries up, which makes it even harder for the heart to work. Okay, and you're just asking for a heart attack or a stroke. So cool down is very important. And the next most important part of this workout, not the workout we've just done, the most important part of that workout is your flexibility. All right, you've got to do some stretching off at the end. But before we do that, we're going to take it to the gym floor now. So I've got a load of new exercises for you to do today. Okay, so let's hit the gym floor now. Okay guys, so we're on the gym floor. I've just checked what my heart rate monitor was saying, and it was saying we did just over 500 calories there. So if you take this into it, we're probably going to do about 550 calories. Okay, so not a bad little workout, burning calories. Gets us that 500 deficit per day. So even if you eat your daily requirement, excluding the exercise, that's enough to lose you 2 pounds per week. All right, which is healthy weight loss. So first thing we're going to do is what we call a single leg counter-lateral arm with reach down. Okay, and it's building to a bigger, tougher exercise. So I'll kind of show you it. What I'm going to do, standing, I'm going to bring this leg up into this position and then try to keep my hips level with the arm the same side as the leg. I'm going to bend forward, just taking that leg back a little bit and holding it. Okay, and I'm trying to keep my hips nice and level, nice flat back. Alright, and then we're going to come back up. Simple as that. Now I'm going to take it back down again. We'll do 5 on each leg. Keep those hips level, come back up. Yeah, take it down again. Come back up. 2 more on this leg. Come back up. There you go again. So this is really working the small muscles in the lower leg to help stabilise the ankle joint. Okay, we'll swap legs. So opposite leg this time, so bend that up. Standing leg soft. And then from there, you're going to pivot at the hips, reaching down with the arm of the same side as the leg that you're holding up. Yeah, keep those hips level, come back up. So it's really challenging the muscles of the lower leg, yeah, to help stabilise that ankle. It's also working hamstring glutes. Yeah, so glutes is a big issue for people because of our lifestyles. Our glutes tend to stop functioning as they should. So what that then does is causes a weakness and imbalance going on in the hip region, causes the pelvis to move slightly, so other muscles then tighten up to help stabilise it, and come back up. Last one. And then that results in things like lower back pain. And that's something that's so easy to cure. And then come back up. Great stuff. Our next exercise is going to be a squat. So all we're going to do, again, stand with feet shoulder width apart, try and keep everything facing forward. We'll try and keep the chest elevated, so I want thumbs under chins, head up, looking up to the ceiling all the time, okay? And all I want you to do is squat down, keeping that body nice and upright, till the thighs are pretty much horizontal. Yeah, and then come back up. We'll just do 10 of them. Try not to flex forward, okay? What I mean by flex forward, this is a demonstration of what some people do. They don't lower the hips and they bend forward like that. That's not a squat. Squat is keeping this chest and everything elevated. And again, this is building to some harder exercises, but it's also building for functionality in older life. About 60–65%, if not higher, 70% of over 60s don't have sufficient strength in their dominant leg to be able to lift them out of a chair when sat. 5 more guys, come on. When you're doing these squats like this, you should be feeling the upper back working as well. If your upper back isn't working, it's because you're flexing forward. You're not keeping that body nice and upright. 2 more. Remember to breathe freely all the time through it and back up. Okay, so that's that exercise. The next 3 are going to be on the floor. Alright, so I'm going to take the camera down onto the floor now. Okay guys, this exercise is a variation of the plank that we've been doing. You've been doing the plank resting on your elbow. Now we're going to do it on our hand. Okay, so it's making it that little bit harder. And it's what we call a side T plank. Alright, so again, I'll give you a quick demo. So I'm resting on my hand, hand directly below the shoulder. Your feet can either be over each other or split like that, but that's the position we're going to hold. And we're going to go into what we call a T position like that. Okay, so we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. So get yourselves ready, in position. If you're really struggling, then go down onto the elbow. Alright, and here we go, 30 seconds, 3, 2, 1, let's do it. So hold that position, body nice and in line, hold that up in the T position so all the loads running straight through the shoulder, through the arm, onto the floor. If you find you're struggling, like I say, take it down, just rest on your elbow. This is a slightly harder variation of what we've just been doing. Yeah, it's even challenging me a little bit in the shoulder here. Yeah, so that's coming up to 25 seconds gone. We're only doing 30 seconds. And down. So I'm going to move my mat to this side. See how my shoulder fares on this one, because I've had shoulder surgery on this one before. And it's been a long time since I've done anything like this before on it. So get yourselves ready guys, get yourselves in position. 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Take it up and hold. Hold that position. Yeah. Keep it held for me. This is good. Shoulders holding out for me. That's good. We've done 10, 12 seconds. And you're halfway. Keep that held. It's also an element of balance. If you've got your legs split, so one foot in front of the other, obviously that makes it a little bit easier because you've got a bigger base of support. And relax. Super duper. Next one we're going to do is, I don't really class it as a functional exercise, but we're trying to offset against lifestyle a little bit. So we're going to do a little kind of sit up. So feet flat on the floor. Okay, you want a nice bend of the knees. We're going to place hands on the knees like so. You're going to put your chin to your chest because this part is as much part of your spinal flexion as this part. Okay, and this is a peaking exercise for the abs. So we're going to put our hands on there and keep my chin tucked on my chest. And what I'm going to try and do is, imagine I'm trying to take my forehead to my belly button. Okay, so as I raise up, take my forehead towards my belly button, and that's as physically far as my abs can take me. Anything more than that's not my abs working. Take it back down, open the neck up, chin to chest, come up, and back down. Open up, chin to chest, come up, and back down. So that's 3 so far, we're going for 10. Chin to chest, curl it up, and back down. Really focus on chin to chest, guys. Focus on and bring it up. Focus on taking that head towards that belly button, and back down. And that way you get maximum flexion. Chin to chest, head back up, and back down. If you want to know a bit more about sit-ups, check out my YouTube channel. Look at how to do a sit-up correctly. Okay, chin to chest, come up, and back down. Because in it I talk about all this, what's working when and where. What's the prime mover? Chin to chest, come up, and down. What's a fixator? What's working synergistically? Chin to chest, come up, and down. 2 more, guys. Chin to chest, come up, and back down. Last one. Chin to chest, come up, and back down. Superb. Okay, bring yourselves up. So next one we're going to do, this is a kneeling Superman. Okay, so what you want to do is get into a kneeling position, and I want my hands directly below my shoulders, my knees directly below my hips. And all I'm going to do from there is, I'm going to raise my right hand up, just in line with my body, and my left leg. I'm going to have to just move because I'm hitting the bar there. Okay, so right hand will go up, my left leg will go up. And I'm going to hold that. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Back down. I'm not twisting or anything, I'm trying to keep everything level. So the best thing to do is suck your abs in when you do it. Suck your abs in. So this time left arm, right leg. Left arm, right leg, suck those abs in. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Back down. Opposite side. Right arm, left leg. Up, hold, 2, 3, 4, and down. Change sides. Left arm, right leg. Hold, 2, 3, 4, back down. Right arm, left leg. Hold, 2, 3, 4, and down. Opposite side, left arm, right leg. Take them up, suck those abs. 3, 4, and down. Right arm, left leg. Push up, 2, 3, 4, and down. Opposite side. Right arm, left arm, sorry, right leg. 2, 3, 4, and down. Right arm, left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. Left arm, right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. Right arm, left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. I'm going to stop there. Okay, so we've done 7 reps there. Next week we'll be doing 8. Alright, so we'll be up in the ante a little bit, because next week will be a build week, and then we'll have our peak week. Alright, so we've done 7 there, be 8 next week. Okay, so hope you've enjoyed the workout, guys. Remember, now you need to stretch off. Go to my video on stretching in this playlist, but if you want a real good stretch off routine, go to my rehab videos, because they're all designed to help prevent back issues and things like that. Alright, and I've got in there my preferred routine. Look at that one. If you want to know how to do sit-ups correctly and why I'm doing them as I do them, which might be different to what you've seen elsewhere, check out my video on how to do sit-ups, because I totally explain it and show you how you should do it properly to get the best out of the exercise. Okay, and let's see you all next week.